Hello everyone, welcome to a week of research and statistics. And this week we will learn about quantitative research with me, Mrs. Septa Mariana. So this is our outline learning outcome for today. We will able to describe the concept of developing quantitative research. The second one, we will identify the terminology related to quantitative research. Number three, we will able to differentiate between nursing process and nursing research. Number four, identify types and steps for quantitative research. And the last one, we will describe the differences between quantitative and qualitative research. So quantitative research is the most commonly used in social science, including in nursing. So nurses usually employ strategies and techniques to explore number patterns that happen in nursing's area. And the quantitative, like the name is quantitative, relies on numerical data. Based on that data, the researcher will gather the knowledge and produce a new idea, a new knowledge for the nursing. So a lot of terminology in quantitative research, but I will explain to you some of them. The first one is scientific method. It is about how we employ the quantitative using scientific. So we set the hypothesis, we test the hypothesis, and get the result in scientific way. Basic research refers to we explore the phenomena in nursing in specifically in biology and behavior of human. So like a researcher in laboratory, so some like that is we do in basic research. And the last one is applied research is benefit to increase health, lengthen life, decrease illness and suffering. And this is the most we do in nursing research. So nursing research is different with nursing process. While nursing process, we do assessment, diagnose, planning, implementation, and we evaluate our patient care. However, in nursing research, we do studies to generate a new knowledge. So it is different, yeah. So we have several design of types in quantitative research. There are four, and I will explain to you one by one. Number one is descriptive. So descriptive, quantitative descriptive. Usually we only describe, we only observe, and we only document the situations. And we will have the result in number. For the examples, we will do the study about perceived stress among emergency nurses. And descriptive study usually conducted in large samples, so this result can be representative. This is the examples. Whittington conduct a national study, and it is aimed to determine the prevalence of pressure ulcers. So the result usually have graphs, tables, and a prevalence. The second one is correlational. So the correlational, we correlate and we investigate the relationship between two variables. We only assess the strengths of the relationships. So if one variables and the second variables, if the one variables decrease, what will happen for another variables? For examples, this one is Maureen in 2002 described the relationship between body image perceptions and their weight. So it's only see what is their relationship, not the cause effect. Number three is quasi-experimentals. So we do some experiments, we do some interventions to see what is cause and effect between two variables. And this is the examples. What is the effect of cartoon movie in decreasing pain in children? So we call it quasi because the randomization is lack. in sample. Difference with true experimental. So the one is experimentals. It is true experimentals because the first one we give interventions. The second one we have control group. So we have intervention group, we have the control group. For the examples, the previous cartoon movie introducing pain. So one is control group, not giving cartoon movie, and the second one we give the cartoon movie. It's called intervention group. And we randomize subject into control group and into intervention group. So the randomization is not that strong in quasi-experimentals. It's strong in true experimentals. So this is the scheme for the quantitative research. Is there any interventions? If yes, it will be divided into experimentals and quasi. Is there any effort to compensate the lack of randomizations? And we call it pre-experimental. Is there no intervention? So we call it non-experimentals, including descriptive and also correlation. So this is the type of intervention in experimentals. We have post-test, pre-test, post-test, Salomon full group, factorial, randomized, and crossover. We can please read and understand this one. For example, for the crossover, the subject are exposed to all treatments, but are randomly assigned to different ordering treatments. So they have uh, interventions. Intervention is crossover. Okay. Next, we talk about the dimension of quantitative research. Sorry. The theme of quantitative research, we have cross-sectionals. The data are collected in one point of time. The longitudinal is the data is collected at two or more point of time. This is step by step in quantitative research. The first one, we will have, we aim to have a further research. So we write down our research problems. And then we review previous literature, and we will have study framework, and then we will build our research objective, question, and hypothesis. We have study variables, we have study design, and we do our sampling methods. We search for the measurement tools. We collect our data, we analyze our data, and we will have the result and discuss it. So that is the cycle of quantitative research. Quantitative research characteristics, the first one, it has structured tools. We collect our data using poll, survey, or questionnaire. The sample size is quite big. They have also close-ended questions, so not open questions. It's only close-ended questions, like you have pain, yes or no. We also can refer to the previous study, and the result will be displayed in table, graphs, chart, and others. And for the generalizations, the result only can be generalized into the similar population. You can also can read the distinct between quantitative and qualitative research. I already put here a lot of differences. For example, is data representations. Like I said before, for the quantitative, the data will be displayed in chart, graph, and statistical tables. But in qualitative, they will only have like narrative themes, something like that. For the sample size, quantitative have large sample size, while in qualitative, it is only have a small sample size. And please understand these tables. So after you finish to differentiate between quantitative and qualitative, so this is example of two study. Yeah, so please spotlight the difference of these two based on previous explanations. The first one is quantitative, the second one is qualitative. Please differentiate them. And the last one, we talk about the rigors in quantitative research. So the rigors meaning is how we control our study. The first one is about the extraneous variables. So we control many variables out the study, but somehow it affects the study. For example, we give the music therapy in reducing stress. However, we also have the room temperatures. It can be reduced also the stress. So we control the room temperature. Research testing must be appropriate. For the example, we need to do a study about the pain, so we do that study in hospitals. Sampling and attrition, so we will have quite big sample size. And we also must think about sample attrition. Sample attrition meaning is the missing subject must be considered before. And the study intervention must have high fidelity. So that's all for our study this week about the quantitative study. This is our reference. You can read by yourself. And that's all. Thank you for your attention. And if you don't understand and you need to more understand, you can reply my video twice or three times. Thank you all for your attention. God bless you.